Nobody's more stubborn than an Android person that won't switch to iPhone.
So let's not forget, there was a time in history when there was no such thing as Android, but iPhone existed. There was about a 2-year period, I think, there. And I had an iPhone 3G, and I used it all day, every day, and I loved it. And but one day, I plugged it into my computer to delete some videos and upload some new videos from iTunes, and it said, hey, there's a new operating system. Would you like to update? Now, this is where people usually start laughing when I tell this story, because they know what happened next. Apple intentionally ruined my iPhone 3G to coerce me into buying an iPhone 4. They did it on purpose. They have since admitted that they did it on purpose. And I got, really upset. I said, well, I want to go back to the old operating system. No, I am the mighty Steve Jobs, and I have pontificated that once you go to the new operating system, you may not go back because we are Apple and we know everything. That iPhone's sitting on a shelf over there with a pile of other, useless crap. I went and got an Android phone. It was the first Android phone I had. I think it was made by HTC, and I've used Android ever since, and I'll never go back. Another Apple story is there was a time in history when you could only get HBO Now on an Apple TV device. It was the only way to get it. And I wanted to watch Game of Thrones without having to pay, a bunch of money a month just to have all the movie channels. So I had the Apple TV specifically to watch HBO Now, and it worked most of the time. But sometimes it would just buffer, and then it eventually got to the point where it would just buffer all the time. It was unwatchable. Now, of course, Apple said, oh, we're Apple and we're perfect. Everything we do is right. It's your internet's fault. Your internet sucks. It's not our fault. Okay, right about that time, it got to the point where you could get HBO Now on the Amazon Fire device. So I got HBO Now, put it on the Amazon Fire device, and then one night at 9 p.m. on a Sunday, I had the Apple TV hooked up to the TV, and I had the Amazon Fire device hooked up to a monitor, maybe vice versa, I don't remember. And at 9 o'clock, I pressed play on Game of Thrones on both. An hour later at 10 p.m., the HBO Now on the Amazon Fire device had run perfectly well, had not buffered, had not paused for 1 second. It ran perfectly the entire time. The Apple TV device was only 20 minutes in. It had buffered for 40 of the 60 minutes. And they can't say, oh, that's your internet's fault. No, they were both running off the same internet. So I took the Apple TV device and threw it in the same drawer where the iPhone was, and I will never buy anything else from Apple. I really thought that once Steve Jobs died that maybe Apple would stop sucking, but apparently not. So I just walk by the Apple store and laugh at the Apple heads because